Alright, so I'm gonna put in a windshield on the SuperCub here. See some scratches. Where did that come from? So I got this windshield here. Looks like it's, from what I could tell, it looks like polycarbonate. So anyways, it's gonna mount something like this, I believe. So this should be enough to take some wind off of my my chest. I'm not sure if it's gonna help with speed or not. You know, usually a little windshield like this will help help with your hold your top speed, or help you hold your speed when you're going into a headwind. So this little packet that it comes with, you need some 14mm wrenches here. I have some using a box wrench and a flat nut wrench. So let's see here. The top nut is a lock nut. Basically, it locks the stem from moving, and this bottom one basically mounts down to your the stem. Let's see. I think I need to loosen up the lock nut first. So it looks like this is a righty loosey, so it's a reverse thread, left hand thread instead of right hand thread. Okay, it's loose. That one looks like the same thing. Okay. Once those are loosened out, you go this way, that takes it out, or you go that other way, brings it back in. Same thing with this side. This way is to take it out, that way is to bring it back in. That's a tight fit there. Okay, so here I believe these ones go in first. These ones go in first, then the factory one inserts into this. It's already open. Bottom here. That's one side. Other side. This brand is what brand is this? This brand is made by. What brand is this? This brand is made by. It's obviously Japanese. So whatever. Here it is. Yeah, so whatever that is. My two bolts out here, and the mounting for the windshield itself, all the little rubber mounting stuff here. So actually, let's put these ones in first. We need to take off the mirrors. Basically. Take out the mirrors. Let's see. I gotta get this thread nut in here, so I have to use the open end. So this was so the lock nut was a reverse thread. So I believe the bottom nut is a regular thread, I think. Let's see. Yep, it's a regular right-handed thread, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Same thing with this side, I believe. Yeah. So lefty loosey, righty tighty. Feels like this left side feels like they use Loctite. I didn't feel any Loctite at all on the other side. These mirrors that they're using here on the SuperCub is the same mirror as the Monkey. Same exact mirror. Chrome, you know, with the chrome and all that. Okay, so now I could basically mount these on. Basically, these are the little extenders. Because your bracket for the screen will lay on top of this. Interesting. To see the washer here is like glued on there. That's interesting. Watch this side. So the mirror came off of this side easy, but this right here is not going in as easily. But this side came off harder, but so it's kind of like the opposite. Let me flip them and see what happens. It shouldn't be any different. It should be the same. Yeah, that one's going in easy. So I guess it's the thread. I think it's a thread on here. It's a little bit different. Oh, this one's going in easy on too. Oh, that's weird. That was odd. Okay, so here's my box wrench. I'm going to tighten this down. Okay, so from there, these brackets will go on. I believe it's like this. It's like that, because I think that's the angle of the windshield. I don't see it being any other way. And it's facing up, I believe. Let me let's mark it up real fast. Windshield like so, something like that. Either on the outside or the inside. It'd be weird looking on the outside. It should be on the inside. Something like this, I think. I believe. So yeah. So what's my mirror? Let me get the mirror back in. Actually, I'm gonna loosen these out here. Screw that on without the mirror. That way it'll be easier. Kind of out of the way, basically. I don't think there's any other washers or anything like that that goes on this. At least I don't think there is. Kind of tight here. I'm gonna have to flip these ones around too. So that one goes in nice and easy. This one is not. Let's try flipping this nut. same thing. So a little resistance there, so it's probably that the bottom one is probably has that resistance on the thread. It's probably something about it. It's not completely perfect. It might be some kind of burr or something like that. Usually, it's usually like a little burr or something. So I think it's probably on here. Okay. So now for the little little screws and such here. So there's a bunch of little things here. Let's see. There's this thing right here. I believe this one slips into this like so. Oh, this is one of those nuts. This is a nut. This is one of those rubber. There's threads in here, metal threads. So when the bolt goes through, and this goes through, this actually crushes and it actually expands. That's how it holds. So that's kind of typical on I see on windscreens. My Yamaha had that as well. The XSR had the same type of rubber nuts. Right, so that, and from there we have 4 Allen. Well, that's pretty small. I don't know if I have that size. Let's see if I have this size or not. That's neither a 4 or a 3. It's probably a 4, but wow, that's pretty small. So we have the Allens, 4 of those. We got 4 rubber washers and 4 metal washers. So it's how it goes is the Allen bolts, the what is this called, button head, that goes on first like so, then the rubber goes on like so. So basically the rubber sandwiches the windshield, so that way the windshield doesn't get scratched up from the metal. So actually, let me put them on. Let me get those on there. So metal, rubber, that's 2. I should have maybe pre-did this to save some time on the video. And sometimes I forget, and sometimes I do it, and sometimes I don't. All right, so I got 4 of them on there. Let's get the windshield over, like so, something like that. Put on one on each side first to just kind of hold them there. So I'll see from the outside. I don't have a freaking. Let me see if I have a wrench for that. What size wrench is that? That is, I think that's a 3. It looks like a 3. Yep, I was right. It's a 3. So I don't have a 3mm Allen that's on a socket. So I have to use these keys, which is fine. You know, that works. Okay. Stuff like in times like this, it would be nice to have 2 hands, or I should say not 2 hands, but an extra set of hands. Makes things so much easier. One other side. Okay. Just hold it in place basically, so it doesn't flap around. So the main thing here is that make sure that this nut in here sits all the way flush with the bracket. So let's look at that. Oops. So you see between the rubber and the bracket there's a little space. You want to make sure that this sits all the way in like that. Otherwise, if it's out like that, some of that rubber, when it crushes down, it will actually expand on the outside and it won't go all the way in. So you have to make sure that this is all the way in like so before you actually screw the screws down. Man, what's up with all these damn flies? This year there's been a lot of flies buzzing around. So I'm just gonna pull this in while I screw this in. Looks like it's not reaching. So that side reached. Actually, you can see it's expanding right here. This I haven't reached yet. Just squeeze this in, get a couple threads going. Okay, there's a couple threads going now. We're good. Do something actually. I shouldn't tighten it down. Wait first. And pack it to this side as well. Just want to loosen up a little bit, get it flush, or get it inside. There we go. Now it's in. Okay, that side's in, so I don't think that one's going to be moving. Go back to this side. This thing when you have it on is, it doesn't touch the plastic whatsoever. Let me loosen this one up, just so I can have some maneuverability here. So one thing that they mention in the instructions for this thing is that you have to be careful of parking in the sun, because they say that this windshield will act like a magnifying glass, and things underneath here could it concentrates the light like a magnifying glass, and it could melt your thingamabob here, your dash. So that's not it's not very comforting to know that. So I don't plan on this thing sitting in the sun, but you could be riding and it could be, you know, exposed to the sun like that. So that could be a problem, but well, who knows. So actually I kind of overdid it right here. You can actually see the metal, or not the metal, I mean the rubber over expanding a little bit. I'm actually going to back it out until the screw in here is basically kind of flush with the nut. So I don't want it to go past that, mainly because, you know, it is compressing this rubber. It is compressing the rubber, and over time I think the rubber will degrade. You know, the rubber here will degrade. So let's look at it and see how it crushes down. So you see that? How it's like mushroomed. Alright, same thing with this side. And this one is not yet, because I haven't screwed it in yet. But you can see it's bulging out. So same thing with these two sides. I'm gonna make it so that way the screw is, you know, the bolt is basically flush with the nut on the back side here, or just past flush, I should say. So I know that all the teeth, you know, all the threads are engaged. Okay, I'm gonna call it good there. Now, you know, I'm gonna loosen these two up a little bit just to let it wiggle. I don't want there to be any tension on this thing. So actually they're both loose. They're both loose. They could, you know, wiggle around. So I don't want the screen to be under any type of tension where it's like distorted on me. So let's get there. Okay, stops. Okay, that stops. So I'm good there. I'm going to tighten it down. When you tighten it down, pay attention to the bracket here and everything, and the oops. Have to bring this thing back up. So I just I had to loosen these top to let it wiggle freely, so then the screen doesn't distort. You know, it's not, you know, because you tighten these two here before, you know, you mount the screen on. The alignment of these two brackets might not be you know, fitting properly, so it will actually put stress on the screen and it distort it. So you don't want to do that. So, you know, loosen these up first, let it just kind of wiggle and find its natural place. Then you will tighten these down. I basically bring it until it stops. Then once these two stops, and then I know, okay, now it's time to now I can tighten it basically. So, and when you tighten it, pay attention to this bracket and the screen. See if it distorts or moves. I can actually see it. I can see it actually, the bracket moving forward just a tiny bit. That's just enough that I could actually notice it. Yeah, this side too. This side's actually moving. You know, it's spinning with the mount. So I'm gonna hold it so that way, hopefully, it doesn't move on me. It still moves. Still moves, but better than not as much holding it. So let's see. I have to go this way. Push on the two bolts here. It's kind of awkward. I'm not left-handed, so it's kind of awkward. No, it's weird. Let me go like this. Okay, so that's good there. So So there might be a little bit of distortion on it because of that, because both of these brackets kind of move. They move that way, you know, along with the tightening of it. So that's how it looks. I could just, you know, put on the mirrors. Actually, yeah, I think I might have to put down the mirrors first. I don't think it clears. Oh, it might not clear. Let's see. Shoot. I might have to take this off and take these things off and put the mirror on first. Let's see. Oops, I forgot. Reverse thread. Mirrors are always reverse thread. Oh shoot, it looks like it's gonna hit. Yep, looks like it's gonna hit. There it goes, it hits a little bit. Let's see if I could just kind of... Yeah, I think I have to take those off. Nope, that's not gonna work. I have to take them off. So I have to take these off and screw this in here all the way first. Then I could bring this down and screw it on a little bit at a time. Let me do a second video. This video is kind of getting kind of long.